It's crunch time. Good morning, everyone. Man, we're sore. We're very sore. But we're up and doing our best. Did you play Wii Fit? I wish I was sore from playing Wii Fit. I'm actually sore from moving around
a bunch of stuff in this room.
Yeah, this room has changed a lot in a way that probably is not immediately obvious. Partially because a lot of what changed is on that side of the room. But all of the games behind us have changed, too. So, I'll tell you all about it. But first, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear father. Happy birthday to you. It's my dad's birthday today. And I know that, I know my parents are watching. So I wanted to say happy birthday to Dad. Because, you know, we're not getting together, and I hate that. So next best thing, I guess, is for them to watch me drink coffee and to sing a little birthday ditty. So at some point, we'll all have cake together. I just don't know when that will be. But I'm really looking forward to that day. You have no idea. Anyway, let me tell you about this room. Because this room I'll do this last. I think this is actually the more interesting part. Maybe it's the least interesting part. On that side of the room, my desk has completely changed. My desk was up against the window, so the longer part of this room. I have moved it against this wall. So I've moved it to be, I guess, like, adjacent. How about an actual birthday ditty? Sure.
Guess what today is?
Oh, could it be true?
It's Steve's birthday.
Well, how do you do?
I think it's good.
But I've been sad.
We'll have cake.
Because I couldn't spend time with Dad. Oh, how dee die, dee die, dee die, dee die, dee die, dee die. You know, the more of the duets we do, the more I realize how very much they are made for 4 people.
They're so hard.
Because I come up with a rhyming pair that's pointless.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was 4 people, the second rhymes would not be figured out until the second person did it. Mm-hmm. Also, we are not gonna have cake.
I know.
But it was within the realm of the. It was within the realm of the song.
Yeah.
That triggered high P. High P for my dad's birthday. Those 5,000 bits from Danny X6 who says, "How about an actual birthday ditty?" Well, now there is one, so that's nice. And now a train has begun. Are we still? I can never keep track. I honestly have to let the mods tell me what promotions are currently going on Twitch because I can't remember them all. I don't know if they're still doing the one. Brandon says no, that's done. Okay. Oh, there's a new one though, right? There's a new one for September. I think it's only for new subs. I don't know. Someone probably knows. Brandon says, "Why is there no?" I don't know, Brandon. There's a sub one for September. I assume it started because it's now September, but I'm not sure. But it's like a thing where like I think it's like if you haven't subbed before, I think it's only for brand new subs. So if you haven't subbed before, like it's reduced, and then depending on how many months you get, it keeps getting cheaper. It's September, but they've changed it a little bit from how it like used to be. Maxman says it's September. Beginning September 3rd. Twitch, gosh darn it. Why, if you're gonna call it September, just make it start in September. Instead of waiting anyway, it's fine, whatever, it's not a problem. Thank you everyone for the support. And thank you for wishing my dad a happy birthday. It is a weird year. And you know the seclusion and not being able to get together regularly with friends and family has certainly made the year difficult. So, kind words more than ever I think go a long way. Anyway, yeah, we moved everything to that side.
Coffee.
Why did we do that? Well, there's a few reasons. For one, I'm trying to set things up in a more permanent way for doing games solo up here, for Morning Mario and First 20 and any other theoretical things. So I actually have 2 desks now. I've got the desk I've had, which is up against that wall, and now I have a second desk, which is one of Mao's old desks that she said she didn't need, and I had to clarify with her multiple times. I was like, are you sure? And she was like, I don't need it. And I was like, okay.
It's kind of in my way.
So I helped.
Yeah.
Alright. So now I have a desk up where that window was, and it's just stuff for making the game. In this case, yes, actually. It's just stuff for making RPG Maker game. So, yeah, that's, happening. So that's cool. The room has changed a lot. I got a new monitor. I'm waiting to really like talk about it in the vlog because I want to make sure that I'm planning on keeping it. Just because it's very different from anything I've ever owned. It's a professional monitor. It's also very large. It's 32 inches, which is, as I learned yesterday, is very large on a desk, but I'm gonna keep playing with it. It is 4K. It is a 4K color accurate monitor. It is a professional monitor. Now I'm looking forward to using it starting soon.
Talk about your bread.
Before I get to the games.
Oh yeah, I guess you could talk about them.
Yeah, it is not a Pro Display XDR. I mean, that seems like a nice monitor. I mean, if you really need 6K, and also the build quality of that monitor does seem really good. If you're just itching to pay $1,000 for a stand, Apple does have you covered. But I did not go that route. And then the other thing, there's so much stuff to.
I thought you were gonna talk about the games.
You just said to mention this.
And I was like, you can talk about the games.
What? Where do I go?
Pick one.
Well, now I'm gonna do this. Mom made zucchini bread, so I haven't had any.
It's very good.
I bet it is. Everything she makes is good.
I know she was worried that it was like dried out, but it's perfect.
It's fine.
We had a conversation yesterday about like those brownies.
When my mom made perfectly good brownies, and I came over, and I was like, "Oh, you made brownies."
I think this was like January or something.
And she was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about throwing them away." And I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "They didn't turn out." And I had one, and I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" She's like, "They're harder than I wanted them to be." And I'm like, "They're fine." It's like, please make sure that if you're going to throw away baked goods, you just call me. I'll come eat them. Anyway. I saved those brownies' lives, by the way. Well, I ate them. Does that mean they're dead? Anyway, they didn't go to waste. That's the most important thing. Now, finally, getting all the way back around here. Thank you, Jam. The savior of food. As the train, I think, is pulling into the station, finally. I'm going to tell you what happened behind us. Behind us, we rearranged all of the Wii games. What that means. Also, all of this happened on Sunday. All of this happened on Sunday. So we rearranged the entire room, cleaned the room. Well, that side of the room. That was Sunday. And then also, all the games got put in the spot they will permanently be in. We counted out the missing games and left perfect gaps in the stuff. Does that make sense? Sorry, it's been a long 2 days. That means that these gaps that you see are purposeful. They will be filled with games that are missing. It also means that GameCube is finally completely boxed up. So GameCube is completely in the closet in boxes that are labeled. So it's like 1080 degrees avalanche to James Bond 007 Agent Under Fire. Stuff that means very little to most people, but to me I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Someday we'll move.
NDL says permanent until you need to do Wii U next year too. Well, here's the good news. We started at the very beginning of the shelf, so like Wii U should mostly fit in here. I'm not sure exactly what we'll be short by, but it won't be much. Like,
We could always get bookends and put them on top and like
yes,
put the PS1 games away.
for the most part, these shelves will hold completely Wii and Wii U, and it might not be able to hold like a little bit of Wii U. So Wii U is around 130. Wii U is around. Oh wait, hold on. It'll hold all of Wii U. My brain has been like, Wii U is 300 games. It's not. It's like 168. Never mind. It'll hold all of them. It'll absolutely hold all of them. Never mind.
See, you've been saying that for 2 days, and I'm like...
My brain was like, there's 300 Wii U games. I'm just thinking of N64. N64 has 300. 296. Well, now 297. So like, yeah. Yeah, if you've never heard the numbers, just to compare, like physical releases, Wii 1,268, Wii U 168. And if that doesn't put into perspective the sales force behind those systems, I don't know what does. To some extent, you could argue that we've went more towards a digital future and there were more digital releases. And there definitely were. eShop has a lot of stuff on it on Wii U. But still means something, so.
I mean, how many Switch games are there?
Oh,
more than Wii U?
a huge ton. In fact,
a huge ton.
A huge ton.
A huge ton.
That's more than 2,000 pounds. When it's a huge ton, it's like 3,200 pounds. There's a lot. Huge ton, thank you, Renee, is one word. It's important people know the etymology of this word. I actually don't know how many physical Switch games there are, but I have a feeling it's probably approaching...
I bet.
1,000.
Yeah.
Maybe more? I don't know. See, one of the things that's changed so much is that with the advent of all of these different companies that create limited games, like, well, I want to say limited run games, but there's a company called Limited Run, and it's not just
and
them.
there's other companies.
Yeah. So like, there's all these different companies that do this now, and there's games that would have, in any other era, would have never had physical releases, and now they have physical releases. And there's a lot of physical games. Like, holy crap. Whereas the Wii U had one limited run game. That was it. And the Wii didn't have, well, I was going to say didn't have any, but I guess as of recently it had some, so. Yeah. Jim says 2851 games. That's probably with digital?
Coffee.
Yeah.
That seems like it'd be with digital. Doodle says over 500, which seems closer to the number I was probably thinking of. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that by the end of the Switch's life, the number of physical games will absolutely outnumber the Wii, and they may be encroaching on PS2 territory. PS2 North American releases is about 1,800, so yeah. Video games. Ricky Hairpon says, "Did you get Devil's Third for Wii U?" We don't have that one yet. At some point. Thomas says, "But how many books do you have?" You know what's great, Thomas? I could probably find like a real number for that, because it's probably like 12.
It's more than that.
20.
We have a whole bookshelf downstairs, a whole billy filled with books.
I've never looked at them. I know that they're there.
I can see 3 books from here.
We got like a yearbook.
I think one of those books is one Thomas should read, the red one.
Thomas says you have player's guides. I have so many more player's guides than I have traditional books. I don't know how many player's guides we own, but it's probably at least a few hundred. We probably have at least 200 player's guides. We might have more. I don't know. Oh, that's a helpful bit of information. Doodle says, as of last year, there were 1,600 physical PS4 games. Yeah. And also, PlayStation, just in general, generally always has a lot of physical games, so that's not that surprising.
Mm-hmm.
PS2 one day?
No.
Or don't. Let's read some alerts, because it's been 20 minutes and I haven't.
When we were trading off who was reading games and who was finding them and putting them on the shelf, because that's a lot of, like,
Also
bending
have
and lifting.
Beans.
There's a lot of, like, okay, down and up and down and up, trying to move all these. So we were trading off.
Oh yeah, we didn't explain why we were sore.
Yeah. Because, well, we had to lift all that stuff, but, like, also moving all of these around constantly.
This stuff was cake.
Yeah.
This, I need to, it's important that you understand how long this took. Like, legitimately, this took over 4 hours to do. Like, getting all of the new Wii games.
Chaz is upset.
Well, get over it.
It was our day off.
Yeah, Chaz, it's Sunday. Sunday doesn't count. We can do whatever we want Sunday. Blah, 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 blah. We brought because all the games that,
Roland had gone around and picked up for us.
yeah, they've all been in the dining room, and we finally moved them up and started to deal with it. And it was hard, and it hurt a lot, and now we are super sore. My butt hurts. Like, my back hurts too, but, like, my butt hurts.
Why?
I don't know. Because I think when you were doing it, you were sitting on the floor.
I was.
I was crouching.
Yeah.
So I was putting all of my weight into my butt. And, like, why did I do that? I don't know, because my brain was like, don't sit, you'll be less efficient. But all it did is make me more sore.
But I was gonna say, sometimes Steven would read off a game, and then he'd be like, alright, do we have this game? And then I'd confirm it if I could find it. If not, I'd be like, no, and I'd put a blank in.
Yeah.
And I started changing up my confirmation response based on the game.
I mean,
Like, sometimes you'd say something and I'd be like, yeah, unfortunately.
There's a lot of Wii titles where when we read them off, we were like, yeah, unfortunately, this is a real game. Poor Wii library. All right, I'm going to read things, I promise. 300 bits from Danny X6 who says, Flail, play with extra balls. Is that Beetle? Are they brothers? Nah, it's just a bush. Still thinking about that Bioshock. Say cheese at the tower. I know how to play. Get a hole in one or meet the void. Hashtag bless. Hashtag trading seed. Interesting how I'm never there for the non-family friendly streams. It's like Danny caught up on the Breath of the Wild VOD. Thank you, Danny. 16 months from Yuka Mizuno. We also got a sub from Leah is 92. Welcome. And I just presumed by reading that username that every day is your birthday. Congrats on 92. 8 months from Link60255. New month, new sub. Glad I joined this journey. I hope you'll have a good morning and finally awake for a stream. And also, was it 8 months or 9 months for Twitch Baby? Either way, may I ask you to pull a game out for the baby's name? If you do, thank you. I mean, that's 9 months, but that's not... I mean, I didn't make that rule. That's like a nature thing. Your baby's name is either Kawasaki or Snowmobile. Personally, I like the idea of Kawasaki and then using Snowmobile as a middle name. For the first 20 years, they grow up being known as Snowmobile, and then at some point when they enter their professional career, they say, I'm going to go back to my first name and be known as Kawasaki. 500 bits from Sparks15. Hi, grandparents. Not going to be able to make it to the stream live, so I'll be watching the VOD in a few hours. I didn't want to miss the chance to send in a message to say happy birthday to Steven's dad. Happy birthday, Steve. That's so sweet. Thank you, Sparks. I really appreciate that. That was before I even, reminded folks. I love it. Appreciate it. 2 months from Gather9 Streams. Morning, Internet grandparents and chat. I'll be listening while working this morning. Well, I hope that we're not too distracting. I guess it really depends on, what your job is.
I can't watch streams while I work.
It depends. It depends what you're doing. It depends what your job entails. I would probably advise, if you're like a neurosurgeon, maybe just wait. Chaz says, I have to watch stream while I work. "12 months. From Howie Sona, who says, 1 year. August has sucked for me. My cat George passed away at college, but you've helped a lot. Thank you. Now, one question. What did you think of the BoJack episode, Brat Brat Pew Pew? First off, I'm sorry about your cat. Again, I mean, there's been a lot of people sharing their pet losses this year, and I think more than ever we've been able to relate to that in a very deep and visceral way, and it sucks, and I hate that. The BoJack episode, I'm not sure which one that is.
Yeah, I'm blanking on that one.
I mean, my memory's terrible, so if I can't remember something, my brain immediately is well, I don't know. But I'm brat, brat, pew, pew. I have no idea. Right, it's now officially been long enough since we saw BoJack that the things I remember about BoJack is that, man, it covered some stuff, and also the BoJack was a horse, and that's about where I'm at with my memory of the show at this point. And does that suck? It does, but that's just how I remember things. That's why whenever I watch stuff, I have to do video reviews of it, because I'm I'll forget this later. Oh, Doodle, thanks. I'll check it out a little bit later. 300 bits from Paint Chipper. Morning, grandparents. Today's the first day of classes for me, so wish me luck. Won't be able to catch Breakfast Stream live anymore, so I'm now part of the VOD squad, but I'll still be able to make Friday streams, so that's a plus. Hope you guys have a great day. Well, good luck with your first day of classes. I think it'd be, it's always exciting to some degree, even in the present times, I would assume. Kind of exciting to be back at school, whether physically or digitally, because it's something new. Mm-hmm. And I like that idea of, doing something new. We'll see you on the VODs. 24 months. There we go.
Coffee.
2 years. From DC20 will save. It's been 2 years of crunch, and all I got was a lifetime of treasured memories. You got cheated. Thank you, DC. Thousand bits.
The best song.
You like this one? Is this from like?
This is the dance party one.
Is this the dance party one?
Isn't it?
No, this isn't the dance party one. But this is a really good. This one is. I don't know. This song and a lot of the record songs from Minecraft call back like a very different time in my life. It's like it like immediately transports me back to playing Minecraft and discovering the discs in like one of the dungeons and being like, oh my god, and then like wanting to play it and be like, oh wow, there's a song inside a game, what? Which, you know, now seems silly, but at the time, I don't know, it really is, for as bad as my memory is, I think music really transports me in many ways. Like, I have very, very strong memories attached to music. Maybe one day we'll go back to Minecraft. I know a lot's changed. There's like turtles now. That means that we should play Minecraft, right?
There's way more than just that.
Big turtles?
There's bees, and there's a lot of new enemies.
Are there big bees? That was a bit Tramucci plays. Been having a sad slump lately, so glad to hang out with everyone here today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but hopefully being here will help. It's nice to hang out with folks, even digitally. It makes a difference. Being able to just have a different vibe for a little bit is useful. Let's see. Mr. Gamble says, I mean, that's what they do for older people with memory issues. Well, sign of things to come, I'm sure. 15 months from Galactic Remix, who says, good morning. I got fired from my job recently and have been contemplating taking a mental health break for a bit. Looking forward to catching up to the Breath of the Wild VODs in my downtime. Good luck to everyone starting school today. We got this. So lots of people starting school today. Good vibes and good luck to all of you. I know I saw Noah say something in chat earlier about starting school. Sorry about your job. I hope the Breath of the Wild VODs can help that mentally. And I just hope things go well for you. I hope school is a good mental break. Again, one of the things I was talking about moments ago is just having a change sometimes is just really nice. I want to drive somewhere.
I know.
Sorry, I'm like, having a change is nice, and then I like look around and I'm like, the same four walls. Three months. From Skenork, that's a plus. Great name. 3 bits from Ollie Tomlinson. There are oh wait, these are not raisins. A sudden discovery. Let's see, 19 months from Hugplex that says, hey Stephen and Matt, how are you guys this morning? Pretty good. Like we said before, a little sore, but mostly good.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with how the room is turning out. I still have a lot of crap everywhere.
Oh yeah, you do.
I'm going to admit something about myself.
That drives me crazy?
That drives Mallory crazy. And I talked about this on, I think, yesterday's vlog, but I have a tendency, just one. Hey now.
Can I tell a story of the cardboard box from last night?
I guess it's related.
So we had 2 cardboard boxes we emptied from up here that needed to be torn down and put in our cardboard pile to recycle. And Steven came downstairs, he's like, oh, let me get rid of this large box for you. And I'll tear it down and I'll put it away. I was like, oh, cool, thanks. And so he proceeds to tear down the larger cardboard box and not the smaller one. They were next to each other, literally, like, touching. And he tears down one and then goes and does something else. And I'm like, what about this one? And he was like...
What did I say?
I didn't think about that one.
I didn't think about that one. The big one was the one that was in the way, and I took care of it. And then when you were like, there's another box, I was like, what? Brandon says, didn't you guys leave a box on the steps for 4 months expecting the other to put it away?
I do that to test Steven sometimes. Like, will he take care of this thing that's very obvious to me?
I didn't leave it out to test anyone.
It became invisible to you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So that was going to be what I was going to talk about. The thing that I'm an admission.
Thomas.
For the record, Thomas, I don't do that to her. So this is a very like one-sided thing. And also, tests are not required because you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that like
I mean, I hope you'll put something away. Just like I hoped you'd break down the other box if I didn't tell you about it.
Nope.
Even though it was very obvious.
Nope. Not a chance. So here's the thing. This is my admission of guilt. I'm really bad about not putting things in their place. If something is in my way, I relocate the thing. What happens is that when I'm done with something, I relocate it to a different spot. And then I get something else and I set it up, and when I'm done, I relocate it to a different spot. So then nothing is ever where it's supposed to be.
And you can not find things. You're like, I don't know where
it's all up here, but sometimes whenever I'm looking for something, it takes me a little bit longer because it's not where it should be.
Paul says you're tall like him, so sometimes things that are too low are just not there.
I agree with this.
What was it the other day in the kitchen? I was like, hey, can you get me this? And you were like, no, I don't know where that is. And it was like not your height level. And so you didn't know about it?
Things that are below 3 feet tall are that I've never seen them before. I've heard.
Oh, I know what it was. Our lower cabinets in the kitchen have like a half shelf. So they're like, the bottom part of the cabinet, and then there's a shelf, but the shelf is only half the depth of the cabinet. You didn't know they were there.
Yeah, that was new.
Yeah, and I have stuff on them. Like, that's where I keep my cast iron.
Do you have any idea how far I have to bend down? When I crouch, I'm taller than that. I have to almost lay down and do the worm to see that there's stuff under there. Of course I didn't know we had a shelf down there. It's impossible. Anyway, what was I saying?
You were talking about how you don't put stuff away, and you just move it.
So, I'm getting back around to this, and alerts are like, please read us, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is important. So what happens is I tend to, and maybe Paul's onto something with the floor thing, because I tend to I'll use a cable, and then I'll put the cable on the floor. Like, I'll unplug it, but I'll never move it. And then once it's on the floor, I'm like,
I know.
It's dead to me. So when we cleaned this room, we rewired things, and there are dozens, literally dozens, like more than 1 dozen, at least 2 dozen cables that are not hooked up to anything, that are just on the ground. And Mao was astounded. There are so many HDMI cables up here of various lengths, various thicknesses in some cases. There's Ethernet cables, there's power supply, there's like all this stuff.
There were like 4 power supplies, and I'm like, what are even these for?
I couldn't answer the question. I did not know. Anyway, so now I'm working on it. Brandon says, can I have an HDMI cable? Brandon, if you come get it, you can have however many you need. I got about, I think like 8 just sitting over here on the ground. And everything is currently hooked up in this room. I just have 8 more. Yeah.
Brandon will come do cable management for us.
I finally was able to do some cable management. It felt great. Puma says, wait, it's still on the floor. Listen, that's today's Steven's problem.
On that side of the room, when we moved everything, because we had to vacuum, we took everything and basically put it on this side. And then we only put things over there away until Steven had to set up for breakfast stream this morning, where everything on the couch ended up in the floor over there.
Thomas says, you get Velcro ties and stuff? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have them.
Oh, yeah. I'm that guy.
You have a box of nicely wrapped cables. It's just you've had to take stuff out, and then you leave it out.
Yeah.
And the Velcro ties get put away every time because they are cat toys, and then they get covered in cat fur, and then they don't stay closed.
Yeah. So...
The cats
have
have loved them.
I have several hundred Velcro ties. So, we're good there.
Sometimes Kepler will bring them downstairs, and we don't know where he gets them from. He just has one.
Tyler says, I'm so confused how you haven't lost any cables to the abyss. Well, there is no abyss. That's how I haven't lost them. Nothing ever leaves this room. So I generally, and I know myself really well, like I know where I sit things down. So if I can't find something, I have a general idea of where it is. So in that respect, I'm pretty organized. I gotta keep reading. 16 months from Destin Lee says, 16! Hey, Stephen and Mel. It's been a time. So there are some things I wanted to ask after we were watching some things. One is, what happened to the food rating system? Another, what is your favorite race and class in D&D? Mine is Tiefling and Sorcerer. I don't know. Like, the things on the vlog, little memes and little jokes and running gags, they just kind of ebb and flow with time. For a long time, we did the food rating thing. There might be some stuff in 2018, actually, so you actually might see that come back pretty soon, because there will be a 2018 vlog coming out today. So we just kind of stopped doing it. But it could come back at some point. It could come back. It could be different. You never know. There could be new gags. There will almost certainly be new gags once I feel comfortable enough to be more expressive and creative with the current vlogs. I've noticed there's been shining moments like once a week over the past few months where I can see things I'm trying to do, and I'm like, okay, there's clearly stuff going on up here. Wants to break out. As far as race and class,
I always liked being a druid.
Yeah, you wanted to consistently play one.
Yeah.
I played an Aarakocra monk, and I really liked it. It was really fun for me. But we had to we had to say that my wing was damaged, so I couldn't use flight. So I was an Aarakocra without flight. So really, I was just a normal dude. I think we were, I don't know if it was my concern or Thomas's concern or both of our concerns that it would be too unfair if I could fly. So I couldn't fly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Thomas let me jump like 30 feet. Which really doesn't make any sense either, but... You ever seen a pigeon jump 30 feet in the air? That don't make no sense. This pigeon can't fly, but he can jump an entire building in a single bound. That's right, a double jump. It's been many years now. Anyway, 2 months from, I'm gonna mess up the second name. Just gonna stick with Ivar. Ivar. Time has been going fast. Unfortunately, not always able to be there live because I started my internship for this year. But I always watch the VODs, so greetings from the Netherlands. Well, bread.
You okay?
Yeah, it's just, I've been actively trying to eat and read, and I'm realizing the disconnect in these activities. I think I finally got it. Ivar, thank you. for the 2 months, and good luck with your internships. 10 months from Writer Book Ninja. Started replaying Breath of the Wild on my Wii U, saving up to buy the Switch version after I complete this playthrough because I need that Switch shirt. Been inspired to learn/do art, but small steps, mainly Pokemon coloring books. Great way to start.
Yeah.
There's really
working on shading and.
I think that there's a stigma against coloring books that there should not be, because coloring books force you to utilize coloring skills and focus on that over drawing, and they're separate skill sets. So yeah, coloring books are actually great because if you want to focus on getting color down, getting shading down, marking, like, get a coloring book. It's a great way to focus on that aspect and, you know, do it separate from drawing. Yeah, isn't it great that there's all these things that, like, children enjoy, but they're actually still very much legitimate art things? They're helpful.
I mean, you're learning coordination with hands and movement.
Yeah. Man, kids have to, like, learn how to do things. It's crazy. Part of me really wants to use this point to break off into talking about episodes of How It's Made for roughly half an hour. But I think
Chaz would be upset.
But I think Chaz would be upset. We've been watching a lot of How It's Made.
Come here, buddy.
21 months from the Great Ass Fairy. 21 months. Woohoo! Super close to 2 years. Yeah, you'll be there by November? Before the end of the year. 1,000 bits. Still burping. From JF Becker, 1998. Morning, grandparents. Been able to catch breakfast stream. Haven't been able to catch breakfast stream for a while now. Oh, wait. Been able.
Are you
Had it right
okay?
the first time. Been able to catch breakfast stream for a while now and always enjoy the streams. Thank you for letting me take my mind off the daily grind. No problem. No problem. Happy to, oh God. Happy to sing about the totally non-ominous number 5 that has nothing to do with Mr. Game Boy's plan. Sure.
5 is a number.
And it's really fun.
There might be a plan.
Or a gun.
Mr. Game Boy has a plan.
Or a gun.
It may not have to do with 5.
That wouldn't be fun. Oh, use the samurai.
You don't deserve this.
I'm here to tell you. 5, Mr. Bond. What does it mean?
But
5? But what? 5, Mr. Okay, but what? 5? Will the number change? I need additional context to do problem solving. 5.
hi, sweetie.
Also, that's now apparently Mr. Game Boy's voice. Mr. Bond, I expect you to... Sorry, I saw what NDL wrote. $5 footlong gun. Why does... Anyway. 5,000
Do you
bits.
expect me to die? No, I expect you to sing.
That was good. That was good. Thank you, Renee. 5,000 bits from Mr. Game Boy 18. It was a different number the other day. It was like 7.
Yeah, it was.
The number's changing, Mr. Bond. 8 months. From Joldre. He says, didn't realize my subscription had ended. Gotta fix that. Hope you have a good day and be the greatest internet grandparents ever. We're doing our best. We're gonna try. We're gonna give it our all every single day. We got 11 months from Cherry Blossom 91. Good gracious, 11 months. So much has gone on since then. Also, almost have a 1. Keep up the great work. Yeah, it's been a lot has admittedly happened. So close to 1. Next month. 7 months from Macau 2020. 7 months of Crunch and Herf, Papa George. Aw, thank you, Macau. I know that he'll appreciate that as well. 10 months from Goose Swap. 10 months on such an important day. Who could plan that better? Happy birthday, Papa George. This is very sweet. I think my parents are gonna... I think they're gonna go on a little drive or something today. Just hit the open road. That makes it sound like they're just never coming back, which is not what's happening. They're just gonna like drive somewhere, see something different. Jam says you should go on a drive too. Well, maybe. I mean, tourist season's ending
Soon.
real soon. Maybe we'll start going to the beach.
Yeah.
Like some evening strolls.
Yeah.
God. The last time we took an evening stroll was in February.
On the beach?
Well, I guess it wasn't an evening stroll, but that last time we took a beach stroll was February. And they're really nice. They're it's a good mental clearing.
Do you need kisses? What is your thing?
Hi, Mama. Mama.
He shoves his head against me.
I love you, Mama.
What?
Thank you for the kisses, Mama.
He's purring so hard.
He's a good cat. Also, before I forget, because I've actually seen a few people mention it. Tonight is disc only. It's the first Tuesday of the month, which coincidentally is also the first day of the month. So tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, over on John's channel, we'll be doing disc only podcast. I'm looking forward to talking about more of John's living experiences. Or, many other restaurants you could potentially be stabbed in. I don't know. 200 bits from Niji. Appreciate that. 12 months from Thea.hex, who says, oh, snap. And I've been on a streak. Thanks, Quarantine. All right, third time's a charm, Steven. My full name is Cynthia, so how do you pronounce my nickname? Love you guys. Wish my school luck as we decide to bring students back this month. Hopefully they have a good plan in place. How do you pronounce my nickname?
Thea. You keep saying Thea.
Oh. In my defense, Thea is Thia, and the other word has an E in it, so my brain goes, Thea. Thea.hex. Oh, also, there's not an H, so Thea.x. I'm going to try. I want everyone to understand that I do have a limited capacity up here. There's not, no long-term storage. It's all just volatile memory, so it has to keep getting tossed out. But I'm going to do my best. 16 months from We Win, who says, oh, yay, going on to 16 months here. Nice. 300 bits from Danny X6, who says, did I do that? That was from the very, very beginning of the stream. Thank you, Danny. 7 months from Maximin, who says, so, what are you going to do with the SEA?
With the sea of Wii games.
Jesus Christ. My brain was reading it, decided it was an acronym. I was continuing to read it while the rest of my brain was like, what does SEA mean? With the sea of Wii games once Extra Life is over. They're probably not going to move. They're probably not going to move. They're probably going to stay on the shelf because it'll be more convenient. One day, when we move, because we will move, this is not going to be where we make our final resting place. I guess they'll all get in a box and come with us. But Moonlight Charizard has the real question: what's to do after Wii? Nothing.
Wii U.
Yeah, Wii U. I don't mind finishing Wii U because it's so small. But it's going to be a long time. And as much as I appreciate folks sending in games over the course of this year for Wii, and we still have a little more to go, so if you have any that we're missing and you don't mind sending them our way, we appreciate it. Even though folks have done that, and I appreciate it, I have still bought an astounding number of Wii games. So, I'm looking forward to not
buying games for a while.
I'm looking forward to not buying hundreds of games in a year. Spending money elsewhere. Or not. just saving it. So that's a thing I'm looking forward to. Because when Roland brings me, you know...
Are we done?
50 games, I'm like, cool. And then I'm like...
How much do we owe you?
How much do we owe you? It's fun. 500 bits from Curious Kitty says, wishing Papa George all the best. Gotta go. My own birthday seems to be a very busy day.
Happy birthday.
Hope your birthday is great. Hope your birthday is fantastic. Game stores love and hate him. Crazy grandparents buy all their Wii library using one weird trick.
Coffee.
Spiffle's got some good math there to understand. Yeah, there's a lot of games. There's a lot of games. Anyway, 11 months from ZZ64. Wow, 11 months. Would be longer, but I always forget to resub. Good morning. Good morning. And next month, you'll be a year. Lots of folks getting up there now. Let's see.
He's purring still.
In that position?
Yes.
That doesn't seem like the best.
Put your hand on him.
Oh, bless him. What a good critter. Such a good critter. 15 months from Luna Boy OW. Just want to add to the train. Thanks for the continued good times. Wishing the both of you and all of chat the best. Thank you, Luna Boy. I appreciate it. Let's see. Anonymous Gifter gifted 5 subs to Happy Oro, Kirby 5790, Ryuki Styles, The Magical Gamer, and Get Smiggy. Get Smiggy with it. Na 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 na. Take me back to the 90s. 100 bits from Uchi Place. 1962, there was Peggy. Peggy, courtesy of Rian74. Rian, thank you. Vegetable Sorbet gives 2 subs to Etrian Rune and Trismon 55555. Halaloth with 19 months, it says, woo, hype train and resub. I'm behind watching Breath of the Wild, but Mal plays that game like I do Witcher 3. Distractions and adventure, distraction and adventure everywhere. Also, Stephen, you would love Consider 3. You would love Consider 3. You would love Witcher 3. Has it ever been a consideration? It's a game that I have been told consistently over the years I would enjoy. And from the very little I know about it and have seen of it, I feel like I would like it. My problem with The Witcher 3 is that it is yet another long game. In what is truly a sea of what feels like never-ending long games. So I feel like I would enjoy it, but as far as realistically getting around to playing it, I don't. I hate to be like it'll never happen, because that's not realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what the future holds, but right now I'm like, oh god, gotta play Breath of the Wild for a year, and then things to think about.
Are you going on Steven's lap?
Anyway.
Bye.
Hi, buddy. You want to switch laps? We got you covered. Oh, you are warm.
It's because we were cuddling.
You were cuddling.
I had my knees up and just hugging him, covered in cat hair. There's Peggy.
I was gonna say better cat hair than Peggy hair. Does Peggy have hair? I guess.
I think so.
Like a mane?
Maybe she's like suede.
Everyone dislikes that. But don't step on my blue suede, Peggy. 2033 bits from Ryan B06, who said, did someone say Peggy? Ryan triggering Peggy, and then also my nightmares of suede Peggy. 200 bits from TerraCat84, appreciate it. Joel Dre with the 5 subs to Shadow Schemer 6, Ladies Gala, Jacob JD8, Tabby Stripes, and Jake and Bacon 356. 300 bits from Darkness Bride with the Star Rain. 300 bits from Am in Iowa, who just says Herf. 100 bits from Wolves with Pie. 6 months from Andrea, who says 6 months, just started college again, which means structure, which means I get to see Breakfast Stream consistently again. Hey, that's good. We're not going anywhere. We're always here. 2 days a week in the morning. And if you have a reason that is like getting you up, then we're always here. And then if your sleep schedule is like this, then you have to figure it out. I can't do it for you, Jules. 300 bits from Satsy, who says, I have cherry chocolate coffee. It is delicious.
That sounds good.
And strange. I'd also have pancakes now. I'd also have pancakes. Now I have egg, but I cannot move. Shopping when you're meant to be in quarantine is frustrating, but I have egg. Do you need egg for pancake?
Sometimes. We buy the mix that's water only, but some of them are like, add milk and eggs.
I bet an egg would make it more rich.
Yeah. You want to try that sometime?
Yeah. Oh, Sassy doesn't have milk. Or not milk. Mix. Milk and mix are close. They share half the letters. So Satsy's making from scratch. I understand. So you probably need egg if you're doing it that way,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
There's like powdered eggs in the stuff we use.
Oh. I understand. Man, we're going shopping soon. Tomorrow?
Maybe.
Maybe tomorrow?
Probably tomorrow.
They're not interchangeable. You cannot buy a box of cake milk. You sure?
Chaz, just wait till you're around Stephen, like, in person again. You'll be reminded of the things he says on a daily basis.
Listen, it is a lifelong goal, and has been since I was a child, to make people smile.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like I'm doing that. I would like to think that while you're here, you're going around the house with a big old grin all the time. Sometimes there's some sighing involved, but mostly a grin. Yeah, like Renee says, a smile with a sigh. I gotta bring joy where I can. 300 bits from Aldo says, Stephen, you have good parents. One could even say they're grandparents. What are my parents? But wait. Well, I was like, wait, we're the grandparents. But your great grandparents. I got there. It's hard. 300 bits from Waste and Aeon. So you might recall me saying, or mentioning last Thursday that I was planning to reveal my sexuality to my parents this weekend. Well, I did. I'm glad that I have parents who just want nothing more than for me to be happy. That also means a lot of leftovers for me to eat. I guess that means 3 days until I can cook my own food because my freezer is too small to fit them all.
I'm so glad it went well.
I'm glad it went well, and I'm glad that you reported back with the story too, because we obviously have a lot of the same repeat viewers on Breakfast Stream, so they're invested in whatever people talk about, and obviously going to be invested in a story like this. And I'm glad that it went well. I really am. Fantastic. Fantastic. Cheers to acceptance. And then also to your mental well-being, because it's going to be easier to know that you are accepted by the people that you spend your entire life, you know, trying to take care of and please. Consciously or subconsciously. Glad to hear that, though. 500 bits from Sparkstrike 13 with the Star Rain.
Kepi Star Rain.
Kepi Star Rain. Kepi is a star.
And he makes things rain down onto the floor.
He doesn't do that very often.
No, but he does it very intentionally.
Yeah, on the very few times he does it, it's definitely intentional, but it's very rare. But when he does it,
He's like, are you looking at me? No. You looking at me yet?
Yes, Noah. He helps. I couldn't help but notice that this is on the table and it should be on the ground. Don't worry. Kepi's got it. 22 months from Sapphire Becca. Overslept by a few minutes and resubbing into a hype train. Happy birthday, Papa George! Thank you, Becca. We got 8 months from Callium. And then 300 bits from Andrew in the kitchen. I am also sore. I slept at 4 a.m., woke up at 8 a.m. to do a big shop. Ready to start this new teaching thing tomorrow. And I am exhausted, but the VOD squad will have another member. Also, Mummy, what is this emote? That looks like a Thomas thing.
It is.
That's a Thomas thing.
Good luck starting teaching.
I'll also wish you luck, but I think Mal probably connects on a more intimate level with that than I do. So I hope your big shop went well. 300 bits from Namiral, with 306 bits from Platinum Pikachu 153. 100 bits from Phantom SVT. 21 months from Joshua F36. Good morning, grandparents. Good morning. 9 months from Alice Forsyth, who also says, good morning, grandparents. Thank you for everything that you guys do. It's really helped me since I found out that my grandma has cancer. Can't believe it's been 9 months. My Twitch baby shall be named Mel after internet grandma. Love you guys. Sorry to hear about your grandmother. I know that's always difficult news to receive. But I'm glad that you've been here for 9 months, and I hope that the streams can bring you some level of solace and hope and joy in the darker moments. Mel is a name I haven't heard in a while.
Did you see that Anne's here?
I just saw. It's Ann K. Hey, Ann.
Anne said, I recognize a few names. Yeah. There's a few. And every so often some more show up that we're like, we haven't heard from so-and-so in forever.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we if you've ever wondered where we're storing Starmen folks, it's
Some
here.
of them are here.
We're trying to keep them all to ourselves. Sorry. we just keep them. Sorry. If you can borrow them if you need to. Anyway. Yeah. It was Chris Waveley.
Yeah, Chris was here a few weeks ago.
Chris was here just, yeah, I guess it's been a few weeks now, but it was, when I saw that name, I was like, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Been painting up a storm these days. Nice. Make art. There should be shirts that just in big, bold letters say, make art.
I'm pretty sure I have a shirt that says that.
Oh, okay, good, good. I was like, if not, we need to make it. Art is a thing that needs to. Oh yeah, dank. Oh yeah, that's your whole thing. That's your brand. That's your brand. Is dank art. With the zine. I'm being taken back a little bit. It's been a bit, but I'm glad to know that you're still hopefully doing well. I'm glad you're here this morning. We just hang out and have fun and eat. Well, today we eat zucchini bread, but usually it's like toast. Usually it's like toast. And so just kind of talk to you guys, put you in the dank zine. Yeah, send me a message on something.
Can you be any more specific?
There's ways to reach me. So, an email is probably best, but like something, I don't know, there's ways to reach me. I don't know. I'll send you a message on the Thing. Thing is my favorite social media form. I love Thing. Thing is great.
Coffee.
It started out being like a terrible experiment gone wrong in Antarctica, and then it became a social media platform. Shout out to the 5 people that understood that joke. A joke that I don't even fully understand, because I've actually never seen that film. I had to watch parts of it in college, and I've never seen the whole movie.
You okay this morning?
There's so many I swear to God, there's so many movies that I have seen scenes from, because in all the film classes, they're like, this is really important. So then they're showing it.
Clip.
There were so many movies that were spoiled, because it's like, this is like this is the scene, and I'm like, okay, is this important? And they're like, yes, this spoils the movie. Anyway, and I'm like, okay. And it probably ends up not mattering, because like I can't remember things anyway, so I've forgotten. So it's fine. But it's just funny because I watched all of this stuff, and in the classes they were like, now make sure you watch this someday.
But here's a clip.
And it took me a while to like get to that point. One of the big ones was Requiem. That's why I ended up watching Requiem for a Dream, and I was like, oh my god. It's it's good. I liked it. It's not for everybody. It's not a good 2020 movie.
No.
Really not. will not
No.
give you good vibes, but it'll make you feel like garbage at the end. And I think sometimes it's a good... Let's move on. 3 bits from Shy, who says, I was watching videos on glitches, and one for Breath of the Wild caught my attention. During the Varuda fight, if you drown Link, you can get him to spawn out of bounds of the fight with Prince Sidon. What does this accomplish? Well, some interesting things. Sidon will follow you by swimming through the air across the map if you're careful. Also, since the Divine Beast fight is technically still active, blood moons can occur, but if you're not careful, Sidon will literally fly away into the sky. Man. I guess that's one of the cool advantages of there being such a big open world Zelda game, is that, you know, the bigger the scale gets, the less control they're going to have over little weird things happening.
Yeah.
Although, I gotta tell you, we've now done 10 weeks of Breath of the Wild streams, and definitely by this point in a Bethesda game, I would have been witnessing some really bizarre crap, and I have not witnessed bizarre crap. So, shout out to Nintendo for doing a much better job than Bethesda on their stuff. Steven making sure he'll never work with Bethesda. And also Jam saying you just jinxed this week's stream.
Yeah,
I know,
you did.
I know. Yeah. Can't wait for what awful thing happens as a result of me saying those words. 12 months from Commander Beckles. Hi guys. Asking for good vibes today. I'm in the process of moving across states to live with my girlfriend. Spent all weekend packing and moving, and it really takes a lot out of you. Thanks, and I love what y'all do. Well, good vibes sent. It's going to be extremely rewarding.
Yeah.
I mean, and you probably already knew that, because the idea of being with someone who you are close to is important. But the packing and moving stuff sucks.
Yeah,
I mean,
it does.
The good news is, if you spend all weekend packing and moving, that means that you're done with the hard part. Now you just got to do, like, the unpacking, which can really be done... I hate to be like, it can be done at a leisurely pace, because it would imply that maybe you would have boxes still in your bedroom after you've been there for a year and a half and you've never unloaded them, but most people probably get to that. Anyway, just take your time. What's even in those boxes, Mal? I don't even know.
Nothing important.
Okay. 373 bits from Disaster Lives in Me. Can't stay long as I have to leave for work at 6:30. I'm in Pacific time, but am listening as I get ready.
So early. I'm sorry.
It is early. I haven't had to get up that early since college. And it wasn't Pacific time, it was Eastern.
Yeah.
If I had to get up at 3:30 a.m. for college, I would have some questions about the college. 300 bits from Goldmage, who says, my new Skyrim plus Fallout LP completion shirts arrived. It was great to watch people try and understand and guess what they're reading. In other news, a 2018 study on juvenile Steller's sea lions in a certain Alaskan region found that individual juvenile home ranges were region and sex specific, with males having larger home ranges on average. Core space features were also sex specific and exhibited seasonal patterns of reduced size, increased proximity to haulouts, and increased use in summer. Huh. Males have larger home ranges. They just like to roam. Every time I read a sea lion fact, I just want to pet a sea lion.
I know, me too.
I know you do. I know. Busy Kick says, way to call me out. I still have a box of DS games in my room since 2015. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Here's a challenge. Here's a challenge to all of you right now, chat. You have something. You have something you haven't put away. Maybe it's something simple. Maybe it's something on the counter in the kitchen that you're like, yeah, I'll get to that soon. Or maybe it's a box in your bedroom that's full of stuff that you haven't moved in over a year, and you just keep putting it off. I challenge you, by the end of the week, you got what, 4 days? Do it. Do it.
And what's your challenge?
What do you mean?
They're all doing that. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna pick up the HDMI cables off the floor.
How about all of them? All the cables. Not just the HDMI ones.
Chaz says LOL the end of the week. Should I have said, like, by Thursday? Okay, let's do it Thursday. Let's do it Thursday. Have it done by Thursday. Because if you have it done by Thursday, you can report back on Thursday that you did this. and we can collectively congratulate everyone who did some of their accomplishments.
So you're getting all the cables off the floor?
Yeah, that'll be my thing by Thursday.
Okay.
By Thursday, nothing on the floor. No. By Thursday, nothing on the floor. Nothing on the floor.
I mean, you're waiting on files to transfer, so.
They'll be done tomorrow.
Yeah.
They'll be done
What are you
tonight.
gonna do today then? Clean up the floor.
Yeah. Anyway. You got 2 days. You got something that's bothering you. Put it away. You will be happier. You'll be happier. Becca says, do we get banned if we don't? I mean, no. But if you do it, then you can report back on Thursday and celebrate with the people that did their thing. Now you're sweating. You called yourself out. I'll be fine. 2 days is plenty of days, he said, not completely sure of himself. 10 months from Noah Balboa 125. Let's switch it up today. How about you give us a science fact? Okay. What science fact should I share? What's something that I can say with some relative certainty? Oh man. How about the sun's a hot star? Mercury's hot too. Venus is the brightest planet, and Earth's home to me and you. Mars is the red one. Jupiter's most wide. Saturn's got them icy rings, and Uranus spins on its side. Neptune's really big, and Pluto's really small. You wanted to name the planets, and now you named them all. I did learn that on Blue's Clues. And some of you are saying, doing the math, and you're like, you were definitely too old for Blue's Clues when that was on. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But there were times that I was home, and it was what was on, and I watched cartoons, and that's what I did. And that was on one day, and I learned it, and now it has never, ever left my brain. I think that counts as like 9 science facts, except for the fact that Pluto is no longer a planet. But that in itself, I really hate my memory. I really, really hate it because I can't remember things that I desperately need to remember. But I can recall
A Blue's Clues song?
a Blue's Clues song from 20 years ago. Why? It's fine. 12 months. CuriCat CDXX says, woo, 12 months. Thank you for all you guys do to keep everyone sane during these crazy times. Happy to help. Happy to help. Learned a bit some freaking odd. Good morning, Crunch family. We're having our new washer and dryer delivered today. I'm so excited. Is this adulthood?
Yes. But it's exciting.
We talked about the other day how, you know, once you're excited about a filing cabinet, you're there. You're old. Same thing for a washer and dryer. I remember Not David Lynch was talking in Discord about how the new washer and dryer had a fun chime, and that was like, he was super excited about that. And I remember thinking like, oh, I also enjoy that. I wish I could control it.
Yeah, I wish we could change it.
I wish I could control what the chime was, because then I would change it all the time. But they do make a little chime.
What is our rice cooker's multiple songs?
Twinkle twinkle.
No, there's like 3. One is for when you start it, and one is when it ends, and then there's like one more that doesn't happen often.
I don't know. Can't remember all those. 100 bits from Gaigu89. Geek. 5 months from the Bassoonist 7513. 555. As I leave for college in 2 days to continue studying sport management and music, I'll bless y'all with a fact from my sport management book. In ancient Olympic running, runners wore just shorts. One runner stripped and won, so everyone did it. Fun. Aerodynamic. Probably.
They used to also cover themselves in olive oil and use, like, blades to scrape it off. That's what they told us when we were
But why?
on a trip. I don't remember. I just remember them saying that those stones...
Thomas
like,
says, seems less aerodynamic. Is that a humble brag? 100 bits from Disaster Lives in Me. 300 bits from Joel, who says, happy birthday to your father, Stephen. Hope this coming year for him is healthy and happy. Mao, I hope your day goes well. Chad, if anyone was interested in next year's Techos, they've started to go up for sale. I did see Mao got hers last night. I got mine as well. Yay for eToy.
I am so excited.
Yeah, Mao actually is changing
Sizes.
the sizes.
Yeah.
Because Mao has historically used
The A6. The original size.
like the normal Techo, and Mao went up to a cousin this year. So that's going to be different. But this is also the first year that the cousin has had a mother-themed
I'm not sure,
cover.
because...
Oh, was
I
there
didn't-
one from a past year?
There might be, but I was only buying A6 at the time, so...
Okay. Well,
But now I'm going up, because I feel like the A6 is so small for me.
if
So
you
I
need,
wanted a bigger one.
if you need more room,
So I got the A5,
if you need more room,
and I
then
was just really excited
that's
that
fine.
there was a mother cover that would fit the A5 this year, because there wasn't last year.
Anyway, those are available now. So
Well, the mother ones are.
okay, I guess some of them are available now.
They do staggered releases,
Yeah.
so...
If anyone's interested in that, what is it? Hobonichi.com.
Yeah, I mean...
It's 1101.com.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
eToy's site. I just don't know how they get to Google it. Google Hobonichi Techo. You'll find it. You're fine. 3 months from 8-Track Retro. It's a plus. 300 bits from Ann N. Wathers. Or Anna N. Wathers, who says, with regards to Minecraft, I don't know if you would go back to the old map if you revisited Minecraft. There would certainly be disadvantages to that. But I've been playing the Stephen Plays map lately, and I can confirm, once converted, it does spawn new stuff now, which I know was a problem at the end of the LP. I even had bees spawn right behind the house from the LP, which was really shocking to me. I didn't think anything new would spawn in those old areas. I'm mostly amazed that the download for the Stephen Plays map
Works.
works. I did not expect that. I honestly thought that that would have been lost to the ether. The fact that that download is still functioning is kind of mind-boggling to me. And we also did one from college where we built a bunch of stuff, and
Yeah.
the thing is, like, I don't know that I have those things backed up anywhere. Of all of the stuff I've worked hard to keep backed up with videos, I don't think I have hard copies of those. So, you know, if someone does, congrats. I don't have it. And I don't need to archive it. It's not that important to me. It's one of those things that it's hosted somewhere, and if something were to happen to it, I would make peace with that. But neat. I don't know if we would revisit. I think we'd probably just start over.
Yeah.
And
If we did.
Yeah, and we'd probably have a very definitive
Plan.
episode count or goal or something. 300 bits from Item Crafting Live. So wait, Kepler moves around among cables. We've seen him reposition lights and cameras, and he shows up sometimes with random Velcro ties. I never realized that when you called him Best Boy, it wasn't just complimenting him, you're stating his on-set job title. That's him. We ain't never had a good key grip like Kep. He's passed out.
Is he on the floor?
Yes.
Oh, he's stretched out.
He got too warm. Too warm. 6 months from Poke Emblem 7. That's a double plus. 24 months from Pure Entry. Says, can't believe 2 years have gone by. Same. I think we'll try and celebrate that a little bit on Thursday and Friday in some way. Because technically, I think it was September 4th. So that would be Friday. And then, you know, Thursday is the end of it. They both technically work. They're both 2 years. You want to get a photo? Do you have your phone?
Yeah.
I'll get a photo so we can do cat tax. He's a sweet stinker. Look at that.
He's cute.
He is cute. Cat tax coming your way in just a moment. 12 months. Another clap from BRZ 1994. 1 year. Can't wait for more to come. Congrats. And thank you. 500 bits from Nara Ekitsune. Fun fact, the number 5 is pronounced as ha in the Thai language, so when typing, Thai speakers often write 555555 instead of LOL. I did not know that. That's fascinating. Huh. Here's your cat tax. He just relaxed.
He's warm.
He warm. He's such a good little feller. He's such a good little feller. He's just relaxing. Sweet boy. 300 bits from Reed, the Nintendo
dark
painter.
Downstairs.
Oh, I have the kitchen light off, which I normally don't. Reed says SEA stands for Silly Elephant Adventures. Oh, okay. Finally making sense of that. I thought it was SeaTac, because it's the airport code for SeaTac. And that was my first thought. I was like, SeaTac? SeaTac? 3 months from Muxicom, who says, hello there. Hi. 13 months from Kayla Chris 88. Can't think of a witty message, so instead here's an inspirational quote. And then I got closer to the bathtub, and I got down real close, and I started using my sniffer, and that's when I smelled it. Shrimp. It's my favorite inspirational quote. 300 bits from Locke Holy, who says, Steven, you look like a hippie. Get a haircut. No, you can't make me. I've truly enjoyed growing my hair out. I got to the point where I'm just having fun with it now. I'm like, ooh, what's it gonna look like next? I don't know. But I can do really crazy stuff with it. It's kind of exciting.
I know.
If I do.
We pulled it up into a little tiny ponytail.
Champ says, still no hair in your food. I've not found any of my own hair in my own food.
We can pull it up into a little ponytail now.
If I need to, yeah. Yeah, it's, there's, I gotta see what they see. Yeah, there's a lot of hair. I keep it, probably tomorrow there'll be enough oil where it'll stick on the top too, but, yeah. Try to keep it pulled back a little bit out of my face, and usually do a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have hair. Hey, look, it's Einstein. That's me. It's only gonna get more extreme.
Yeah,
but it's funny because on the second day, if I don't shower for like 2 days, then on that second day there's enough oil in my hair where it'll stick up even on the top, so it'll stay up there. It's neat. I'm having fun. Johnny Carl gives a sub to Lion-Hearted Rebel. Appreciate that. 300 bits from Back in Red. It says, hi, grandparents. Today is my last day of being 16 as I turn 17 tomorrow. So my question to you is there a Zelda-style timeline for all the appearances of Fargothics? Anyone who wants to attempt such a thing is welcome to do so. There is no way I could ever figure out what the timeline for Fargothics appearances are. No idea. There's an article on the Steven Wiki for Fargothics.
Yeah.
Probably be a good placement for someone who wants to attempt such a thing. But
Fargothics is my name.
Fargothics has really, there's been a lot. And then most recently, Fargothics appears as the protagonist of Secret of the Corral.
It's a sad story.
That's a sad story.
That's a sad story.
No, that sad and I hate that story?
Yeah, that's it.
That's so sad and I hate that story. That's the tagline I got there. The only rule in the Fargothics lore is that they're all the same person. That's my only rule. They're all. It's not a clone. They're the same person. and you have to connect the dots. Although I think we did conclude that Fargothix is a shapeshifter. Because there's times where, like, Fargothix has been, like different, like, species entirely, I think? That's happened, right? I think Fargothix has been... I want to say yes. I think Fargothix was in, like, one of the Pokemon games. I don't remember. Anyway. Whatever role Fargothix needs to fill, they're there. They're there. It's great. It's really great. Where was I? Read the Nintendo Banner gives a sub to Lee Fair Streams. We have 14 months from Arashi Storm 23 says, Lord Stephen, it seems I must temporarily leave command of the army as I would go to boot camp for Navy. I shall return as soon as I can. Godspeed, soldier. That's appropriate to say, I think. Or relevant, at the very least. 300 bits from Ambi Walsh, who says, Good morning, grandparents. Fiddling with my Switch clock in an attempt to get the last 2 tree trunk bugs in Animal Crossing. Getting frustrated but don't want to wait 10 months for another shot at them. Send good vibes, please. Good luck. Good luck to you.
We have new bugs today. And fish and sea creatures.
Oh, it's September.
It's September.
Yeah. Thomas says, no, it's September. Good luck with the bugs. I guess I have new stuff to catch.
Yeah.
Did y'all know? Chaz up there, you don't have to. Chaz, you're right. We recorded 2 more episodes of Animal Crossing New Horizons with Stephen and Friends. You will soon get to experience the wonders and joys of another wet bone adventure at Thomas's Island, and you'll also get to experience the
transformation.
The almost 800 hours that Haley put into her island. Haley's island is crazy. I mean, like, oh my god. Every single square inch of that island has stuff on it. It's absurd. It's really good. Anyway,
I forgot about Shadow Beast.
Shadow Beast. Shadow Beast is truly the new horses. Everyone heard it here forced. F-O-R-S-T. Forced. 16 months from Rasaka Gaming. Morning, you two. I've been watching your content since middle school and my brother from elementary. I started my last year of college last week. My brother started his senior year in high school. Thank you for all the work you do. I'm just happy to have been creating that long, and I think more importantly for me, being relevant to people for that long. I think that's really nice, is that people have been watching for that length of time, and the stuff that they enjoyed then, they've grown with. Hopefully our stuff's probably grown a little bit too.
I hope so.
Hopefully. 300 bits from Kazuyumi. Congrats on almost getting to Robbie during last Breath of the Wild stream. What's your and Mal's plans for Saturday stream?
Not getting to Robbie. I'm kidding.
I can't believe you've done this.
Right there. I know that's where we're going.
Of course, yeah. That's what I'm most curious about. I've got some other things that I've just continued to be curious about, but I try not to talk about them too much. Because when I do, there's almost always someone that they mean well, but they'll unintentionally spoil something if I do. So I just kind of just lay low. Because if I'm like, oh, I really want to get this thing, then someone would be like, well, that's right here. So it's best if I'm just like, I have things that I hope to experience soon, and we'll see if I find them. 300 bits from Ziasarn. Hey, grandparents in chat, permission to ask for several good vibes. My debit card info was stolen by a brother of a close friend, and yeah, also, a bad chicken nugget made it impossible for me to work for the rest of the day. Love you all. Sorry about the bad chicken nugget, because that sucks. For as bad as my stomach issues are, I can definitely tell when I've had bad food. things are bad, but there's a worse. And the debit card thing sucks. I'm assuming you've already reported it. Obviously, that's the first thing to do. Sometimes, in the cases of a debit card, they can reverse transactions. It is not as easy as a credit card. Credit card is much easier to do, but sometimes on a debit card they can if you call early enough and depending on the circumstances. So I hope that gets solved as quickly as possible because the whole situation sucks. Mm-hmm. We've had card info stolen or swiped or whatever before, and it's just a pain. It's just a pain because there's so much other stuff in life that you're like dealing with at any given time. So to get the call from like the credit card company, be like, "Did you buy shoes in California?" And I'm like, "I don't buy shoes." And they're like, "Oh, that's a problem."
Yeah. A friend of mine was actually getting their Techo last night.
Yeah.
Michael. And
oh yeah, Michael bought one.
Yeah, and he couldn't get his card to go through. Probably because he hasn't ordered from them before.
Yeah, that's probably just a protection thing.
Yeah. But he has a second card, so he tried that one, and he said that one went through, but he's like, I'm gonna get a call from my bank tomorrow, aren't I? And I'm like, probably.
The way ours works, we have business and personal. Business is, I guess, just configured to make big purchases. Because if I make big purchases with business, it's like, it doesn't care. It's like, this is for a business, so it's fine. If I try to make a big purchase with the personal, it does not go through. It doesn't go through, and then, within a few minutes, I get a text from the bank, and the bank's like, if this is cool with you, then respond with this, like respond with Y, and then tell the person to run the card again. Which I gotta admit, admittedly is a really good feature.
Yeah.
Is it slightly inconvenient? Sure, but I understand that if I go to make a purchase and it doesn't go through, that it's not like, oh, things are broken. It's like I can tell whoever I'm talking to, like, give it a few minutes, they're gonna text me and then I can do the thing. So that's nice.
I mean, I think with ordering from Howanichi specifically is we've ordered from them before and the bank knows to expect it.
Yeah.
Because I'm using not business for that.
Yeah. Audrey says, define a big purchase. Trying to think. Most big purchases around here are business stuff.
I can't think of the last thing that happened for, but it did happen for one thing.
No, it's happened more than once, but now I'm like, what was it we bought? Probably the mattress.
Maybe. That might have been it.
The mattress was something that was really expensive.
That must have been it.
Yeah, but there's been more, because it's happened more than once. And it, again, I don't think it's ever happened on any business stuff.
Yeah.
So, let's see. 300 Bits from Shinoth, who says, now that you mentioned Breath of the Wild and glitches, I'm reminded of the time I saw someone land his horse so it got stuck on a signpost. Poor thing looked like it got impaled. I know I've told this story before, but it's probably been a while. In the first Red Dead Redemption game, I had been playing it shortly after it came out, and I was out in the middle of the desert. I had just robbed a train, and I was ready to escape, and I whistled for my horse, and I looked around, and my horse wasn't there, and I was like, my horse didn't come. I whistled again. Horse didn't come, but I heard my horse. I heard my horse go, "Whirr!" And I look on the map and my horse is there, and I'm like, where's my horse? I turn around, the game had spawned my horse on top of the train. So I'm just up there, I'm just looking at my horse.
Didn't the train start to leave?
No, I had killed the conductor, so like the train wasn't going anywhere, it's just the horse was just on top of the train. So it was one of those situations of like, well, guess I'm walking. You can't get a horse off the top of a train without killing the horse. 3 months from Albus Darklog, that's a plus. Read the Nintendo Painter gives a sub to clean the floor.
Don't forget, by Thursday.
By Thursday. I got 2 days. I'll do it. 11 months from Nemo from the Hills. It says 1 month until my year. A lot of folks actually were hitting 11 months specifically today. 13 months from Starlight Moon. Morning, grandparents. School starts tomorrow, and honestly, I'm not 100% not ready, but oh well. Hope I'll still be able to catch Breath of the Wild streams despite that, because they are the highlight of my week. Same. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
The highlight of my week is Breath of the Wild. Although, in the span of the month, I do definitely look forward to Disc Only. As a reminder, that's tonight, 9 p.m. I would say what we're talking about, but we do not prepare at all. If any of the other members ever tells you that there's some preparation, they're lying. There's no preparation. The series is produced by Dan. Like, Dan has like the producer credit on that, and occasionally he'll be in chat and, you know, say certain things or react to certain things. And I think if he felt that it was necessary, he would try and like steer us into a particular direction, but he hasn't needed to.
Yeah.
We got it. We're fine. We're fine. Has Dis only reached top 100? No. We discovered... I say we. Dan is the one that takes care of all that stuff. We discovered that the system works differently than we thought it did. And I don't know...
I think it's... like, there's kind of a timer on it, like a month, maybe? I don't remember.
It looks at a lot of factors, and apparently the factors that it looked at, like, when we first started, because there was nothing else to draw from, put us pretty high.
Yeah.
But it's not something that you just sit on. In other words, the ratings and the reviews definitely help, but we are not in the top. We have not broken into the top 100, and I don't think that we're on the leaderboard now, whatever the leaderboard is. Certainly, we're probably still doing a lot better than a lot of other podcasts, but I think the only way that we would ever have a chance of climbing up and consistently staying there would be to basically do them more often. So, you know, it's not something I'm completely opposed to, but I want to take a little bit of time before we jump to that point. But I think that's kind of what we would need to do.
Someone asked if it was on Spotify. It is.
Yep.
But when you search Disc Only, it doesn't show up for some reason. So search TRG.
It doesn't show up when you search for Disc
So,
Only?
I'm on the search. If I type in
It's
Disc...
called Disc Only.
I know it is.
You spelled disc wrong.
I did?
Yes.
Oh.
It's right there.
I thought it was a K. It's a C. No wonder I couldn't find it.
It's a C because it's a CD and not a diskette. Where was I? We're almost done with alerts. 100 bits from Gaigu89. 16 months from Awkwardly Sober. Who says, I'm a man with long fluffy hair that I keep tied back and my wife can't look me in the eye when I brush it while it's dry because it goes poof. Yeah. As long as I keep mine relatively flattened down, it's fine. But, you know, anytime I want to look like a hippie, I can just flare it out. But I'm looking forward to getting my hair long enough that I can just tie it.
Well, we got a little palm tree the other day.
Yes. If I need to transform into a pineapple, I can. I guess that's an advantage.
We'd have to do like 3 though. Because we couldn't get all of it into one.
Oh, yeah. Triple pineapple. 100 bits from Disaster Lives in Me. Appreciate it. 2 months from Demon Spade 27, who says, hey, grandparents, sorry I might not be able to catch morning streams as often since I started college classes. And man, sometimes I miss actually being on campus. I mean, I definitely understand that. I think it would be hard if, you know, if you were like doing online classes and you couldn't be on campus. So I understand those feels. I don't feel like that's that unusual for sure. And then we've got 21 months from masking SDRs. It's almost 2 years. Getting close.
I posted a picture of your hair pulled back in Mod Channel.
Oh, for showing?
Yes.
Is it the one you took of me the other day?
Yes.
Wow.
The exact same
Wow.
moment.
And for
There
me,
it
I was
is.
like, did it work? Yeah.
See, we can get some of it into one.
Yeah, yeah, that's me. That's something like for the record, I did not do this.
You pulled it up, and I was like, hold it there, and then I put a hair tie in.
Mao is the one that did that to me. That's not. I don't feel like that's a style that I would wear normally. So, and yeah, I got that little. My hair does these really big curls, really big swoops. I don't get to control this. I have never. I participated. Okay, technically, I've never had hair this length, so it's truly unusual to me just to see what it's gonna do. And it's been fun. It's been fun. You know, you go 30 years without having your hair this length, and then you finally do it, and you're like, oh, this is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Neat. And I'm still going. I'm still going. Me and Mr. Game Boy have a thing at the very least, so I'm making it to October, and then we'll reassess it at that time. See how much longer I could go. October. Things to announce today.
Yeah. Disc only is tonight.
The big thing is disc only at 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Friday,
Obviously Friday is
Breath of the Wild.
But
there's a first 20.
Oh yeah, the last Wednesday we did a 10-hour stream showing off and then I guess making a game in RPG Maker, and I'm going to be uploading that stream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be uploading that stream to YouTube, and then also I'm doing a much more succinct first 20 showing off the game itself as a first 20 episode. So those will both be out on Friday. So yeah, and of course today, 2018 vlog. It's weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's really weird. It was weird to make. It's going to be weird for all of you to watch. And we're just gonna have to kind of get over it. Rip off the Band-Aid and just say it's strange. It's gonna continue to feel strange, but
You know what else is gonna happen this week? You're gonna clean off these cables from the floor.
yeah. I am. Anyway, first 20 or first 600. Yeah, it's going to be very much differently labeled than the first 20 because it's going to be the live stream VOD, but there will be a first 20 with it. Moist Garger Potato resubbed for 16 months and says, "Wait, is it really true? Has it really been 16 months?" It has. Oh. Nice follow-up. That was the deep inhale. Has it really been? Thank you for the 1,600 bits. And yeah, 16 months. God, I'm excited for Extra Life. I'm so excited for... That's literally the highlight of my entire year.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I'm so freaking excited for Extra Life. Alright, folks. Thank you all for being here this morning. Had a lot of fun. Chess says same. We'll be back on Thursday. But of course tonight, if you're around 9 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/ProtonJohn, and of course that'll be coming out on wherever you listen to podcasts if you'd rather listen to it after the fact. Okay.
This old man. Oh, it's done.
I'm sorry. You want me to play it again?
No.
Okay, because I can.
No, don't.
Okay, I won't.